Whoopsie cadabra. So this woman is probably going to be blasted and just called every slur in the book by the tolerant and just totally loving left. Because that's what they do. They're perfectly fine, loving, and tolerant until you do something they don't like, and then that tolerance disappears, and they're calling you every name they can think of. So we have a black woman here, and she's calling out and saying, blames Hollywood's collapse and puts blame on DEI initiatives funded by investment firms. Pretty brave and bold of you, lady. Former Walt Disney Television executive Monica Harris recently explained why Hollywood is collapsing and put the blame squarely on DEI initiatives. She began by pointing to Target. I think the reason we see no course correction is that the same reason we see Target market items. I think we know which items I'm talking about that clearly don't appeal to customers. I think when you have like trans Cheerios and stuff like that, you're marketing a statement, you're making a statement that has nothing to do with your audience and its tastes. Yeah. So when you slap she, her, or whatever, she, they on a bar of chocolate, just sell the freaking chocolate. Stop with the pronouns, stop with the forced diversity, stop with the inclusion. Just sell your overly priced chocolate and make money. Just 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 do it. Just just do it. Harris continued, what we've seen in the corporate world, and I'm going somewhere with this. Uh, what we've seen in the corporate world is fastidious. Corporate world is this fastidious and slavish adherence to ESG, environmental social governance principles, which are really just DEI practice in practice, in products, and in hiring the corporate world. So these corporations are pursuing these marketing tactics and sales tactics with products that are doomed to flop and do flop and that lowers shareholder value, but they continue them nonetheless. Yeah, I've said this numerous times. But no, when we call it out, we're just phobes and isms. But of course, she's calling it out too. I'm sure she's going to be called every name in the book as well by the loving and tolerant left. And the deeper I've been digging, and especially my work at FAIR, Foundation Against Intolerance and Racism, which I'll talk about later. But the deeper I've been digging, I've noticed that it is happening because the same core group of companies are largely funding or have shareholder stakes, majority shareholder stakes in Fortune 500 companies and in the same S&P 500. We're talking about BlackRock. We're talking about Vanguard. We're talking about State Street. When those three companies and their subsidiaries dominate boards of directors and dominate the ownership of stock, then they literally are in the position to tell these companies to adhere to whatever guidelines they'd like. It continued, so if DEI is an initiative that these majority shareholders would like the companies to pursue, that's what they'll pursue. Because if not, they'll face the wrath of the people who can yank the money, yank the loans, yank the funding because it's all about money. And yet they keep spending this money for these products to fail. So even it's like these big places don't like money. Like, oh, you're gonna listen to us because we want to make a lot of money, but then the product fails, in which case no one makes money at all. I mean, it seems like a lose-lose for everyone here. We're not getting good products. The people are, the companies are, having to make the bad product, and you know, it's just a lose-lose for everyone. Um, so at the end of the day, if you're a CEO, you're like, do I piss off my consumer base? Or maybe I hope I can massage them, or do I piss off the people who are actually funding me? And they're between a rock and a hard place. She then stated, I think very much the same is true in Hollywood. DEI has swept through the place. The Academy Awards and nominations are only available to films that hit certain quotas, right? You have a certain number of people who are black or BIPOC, trans, non binary, whatever. It's totally the antithesis of what artistic work is about. Damn. Lady's spitting facts here. I think it's getting me a little hard. But they have to do this because I think Netflix was an example. If they don't adhere to these guidelines, those loans, the funding is going to be yanked. She reiterated. So again, they are going. They're between a rock and a hard place. Right now, I'm between a rock and a hard place. They spitting solid facts. That's the untold story, in my opinion. Uh, of note. Yeah. Of note, Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, said during New York Times' Deal Book conference back in 2017, "Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing that we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year. Ooh, and look what it got ya. Look what it got ya. Nothing. And what we are doing internally is that if we don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted. You have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just anything, sorry, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning, or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. He continued, and that's not just recruiting, it's development, as Ken said, and ultimately it's still going to take time. But I am just as much shocked at the opportunities, and we're going to have to force change. Fing had a very different explanation on these same initiatives just 5 years later in 2022, where he called it stakeholder capitalism. Stakeholder capitalism is where is capitalism you were responding uh to the needs of your stakeholders, and you're doing it for the beneficial interests of your shareholders. Let's be clear, the shareholders are the primary stakeholder, but you achieve the long-term interests of your shareholder, and that's why I'm focused on that's what I'm focused on. Not any short-term thing, but the long-term thing. To create the durable profitability, you have to be focused on all your stakeholders, your clients, your employees. And yet it's not doing you a damn thing because everyone is losing money because people are tired of it. Uh Stated, you're right, there's a lot of noise and it really does fill the airways, and it fills up the times on the airways about the attacks from some states to me specifically and to the firm. But reality is the majority, and the unheard, unspoken majority really like what we are doing. Yeah, I guess that's why all your stuff crap is bombing, whether it be movies or TV shows or games or whatever, because everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. Once again, this dude sounds like the that moron from Ubisoft, Yves Guillermo, basically saying, "Don't believe your lying eyes." This dude's sitting here and telling you it's like a burglar breaking in, stealing your stuff, and then when you say, "Why are you stealing my stuff?" He looks at you, as he's putting something. He's like, "I'm not stealing your stuff." That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to tell you, "Don't believe your lying eyes." These people continue and sit here and say, "Oh, well, the silent majority, the small majority wants it." Then why isn't the small majority buying it? Because or consuming it or whatever? Because all these movies, games, and whatever that come out this year, especially this year, have failed. All the Marvel crap that's come out has failed. The Star Wars crap failed. The last few games that have come out failed. But yeah, diversity and all that crap is what people want. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. Um, I'm not happy with the narrative because it fills the airway at the time spent. Be clear, a lot more time in Washington states. I'm trying to correct the narrative because in most cases, the narrative is not based on facts. It's based on somebody else's view of facts. Well, I think this dude is a moron, and I think this chick is on point. Chick is on point. They focus so much, and even when their products are failing, they just seem to insist that, oh yeah, we're doing fine. Let's not believe the numbers. Let's just believe that the small majority is buying our products. No, that's not how it's working. If that was the case, Concord wouldn't have had to be pulled from shelves. Dustborn, uh, what you call it, Unknown Nine, all these other new games that are coming out, they wouldn't have failed. If people really want the diversity, equity, inclusion, like they're saying, then why aren't these games just flying off the shelves, or why aren't these movies or shows being just watched like crazy? Because no one wants it. It's like the chick said, like she said, with trans Cheerios, and like I said with the chocolate. You go into a store and you see a thing of chocolate that says she, her, or they, them. It's like, just sell me chocolate. Stop with the political bullcrap and just give me your overpriced chocolate. You know, not everyone is into the political ideology shoved into everything. It's freaking chocolate. Just stick to selling it. You know? But that's something these people don't get. They continue to lose money, and then they sit there like, yep, we're doing a great job. We're doing a great job. These people love this. Oh, look at all the stuff we're putting out. Oh, man. People are loving it. They are loving it. I hear so many great things. I've seen so many great reviews. And this is how we're all looking at them. Really? Are you sure about that? But, yeah. People are tired of it. This chick she knows what's up. That guy, he's just a dumbass. People are not into the whole DEI bullcrap, because if they were, everything, views and purchases and all that would be surging, not dwindling to the point where games are getting pulled and whatever. So, anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.